Please give us a brief introduction.
Yes, sir. So my name is Ananya-Aarohan. I have completed my 10th standard from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Barampur, and my 11th and 12th standard from Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1, Bhubaneswar. And I have done my BA LLB honors from Hidayatullah National University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh.
You have received 10 gold medals
Yes, sir.
for your outstanding performance in BA LLB.
Yes, sir.
High sports.
Yes, sir.
10 gold medals means that really highest mark in each subject.
No, sir. 6 gold medals for rank 1 and 4 gold medals for various subjects: political science, family law, constitutional law, administrative law, and CPC, DPC, TPA, and ADR.
So in your university, there is the provision for security for every subject gold medals as well.
Yes, so there are total 32 gold medals. I have secured 10 and just for other 13 students from my batch.
Your hobby, what is the journalism is your
So journaling, I write journal regularly.
journalism or journal?
It's a journal. I maintain a journal. Journal means like a diary sort of. No, it's like I just write down my everyday things. I like whatever happened in my day. If I want to express my gratitude towards someone, yeah, so self introspection like that.
Okay. How do you help work on that personally?
So it helps me analyze my actions, how I react. I mean, how I behave with everyone, and like it also helps me introspect. Like it gives me it helps me develop a positive attitude towards life. I see that okay, even if at the end of the day I feel that okay, my day has not been bad. When I start writing, I feel that no, it's not that bad. That has there are so many positive things that has happened. So like yeah, it helps me develop an optimistic attitude.
How it is different from writing the diary every day?
Diary, I mean, I earlier used to write a diary, but that was not like regularly. But when I journal, I am compelled to write it like every day. So diary, it's like I think in my personal opinion, diary is more like for specific events. But when I'm journaling, I'm writing down every day. So it it inculcates in me a sense of like writing, habit of writing, and also all these things like optimism, self-introspection, positive attitude, everything else like that.
Have you got any idea about the police tribunal?
NGT, sir.
Yes.
National Tribunal Act 2010. Yes, so this act came in 2010 and it was specifically for environment and related problems, and it deals with certain number of statutes like the Forest Conservation Act 1980, the Environment Protection Act, the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, Water Prevention and Control Pollution Act, whereas it doesn't deal with certain other acts like Wildlife Protection Act and the Indian Forest Act 1927. So yeah, those are, it's like the scope. And then the major thing is that here NGT has to deal with the case and dispose it within 6 months. And so that speedy disposal of cases happen. And as it is specifically for environment law, so yeah, the same thing. Like that.
And the orders of this National Grid Tribunal
Yes, sir.
being filed before the High Court of Odisha.
I think so. The appeal lies directly to Supreme Court. From the orders of NGT directly, the appeal lies to Supreme Court of India. Yeah, I think that's all. I cannot recall anything else.
What is the power of 226?
226, sir. So under Article 226, High Court issues writ and other remedies in case of violation of fundamental rights or any other kind of rights. And that's how it is different from Article 32, Like it gives more power to the High Court in respect of writ jurisdiction. The Supreme Court can issue writs only for violation of fundamental rights. High Court can go a step further, and for other matters also it can issue the writs.
Can a statute decide that appeal will not be there to the High Court, bypassing the High Court? Can a provision or any straight appeal to the Supreme Court will be there?
So only in case of fundamental rights one can approach the Supreme Court directly. Otherwise, I think it has to go to the High Court.
Suppose there is an act. Thereafter, the High Court is not giving the jurisdiction and straight away appeal to the Supreme Court. Can it happen? Do you know the law background of this? Go through L. Chandra Kumar case.
Okay, sir.
As you said, no court in this country can bypass High Court.
Okay, sir.
It's a constitutional remedy, and it will always, that power will be that court.
Okay, sir.
May happen inside the statute, it is there or not.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So which case can you?
L. Chandra Kumar.
Okay, sir.
L. Chandra Kumar.
Yes, sir.
In the tribunal, administrative tribunal cases, there is a straight appeal to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
The Supreme Court said, no, you cannot bypass High Court.
Okay, sir.
The High Court, that remedy is a constitutional remedy, and it okay. Just tell me what is this case?
Res gestae. Under Section 6 of Indian Evidence Act, we talk about res gestae, which says that matters which are themselves not relevant but are so connected with the fact and issue that they together form a part of the same transaction. So they become relevant under Section 6 of Indian Evidence Act. And when we say same transaction, it could be happening over the same time or space, or maybe different time and space. What is this is that there should be happening one transaction, like all of that preparation happening, the event, everything should be under one transaction. Then they become part of res gestae. Okay. Okay.
How active movement?
Okay, sir.
ସବୁବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ବେଶୀ ଜିନିଷ eye contact must be made, maintained and maintained.
Okay, sir.
But their eye-to-eye contact should be there. When somebody is asking questions, have an eye-to-eye contact with him and made and maintain. Okay. ସବୁବେଳେ ତାକୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବା ବୋଲିବା କଷ୍ଟ ହବ ତା ଦେହରେ ବିଶେଷ
ଆଚ୍ଛା
ମାନେ ତ ଅଜଣାତରେ କାଟକୁ ଦିଅ ନା ଅଭ୍ୟାସ
ହଁ ଏମିତି
ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରବ let us see in Constitution,
yes, sir.
Union judiciary
Okay, sir.
and the state judiciary has been defined. How you find those provisions, those two chapters in the Constitution? How relevant the state judiciary and the union judiciary?
Okay, so eye contact. Union judiciary dealt under Part 5 of the Constitution, and state judiciary dealt under Part 6 of the Constitution. And union judiciary deals with Supreme Court. From section Article 124 to 147, we deal with the union judiciary, the Supreme Court, and from 214 to I cannot remember. Deal with the High Court. So it's basically all those articles regarding Supreme Court. They provide the appointment of judges. There should be Supreme Court, the provision regarding ad hoc judges and additional Chief Justice on the place of jurisdiction of Supreme Court and all of them. And the High Court are the same things, but because in Constitution you can see for union executive, state executive, union legislature, state legislature, and union judiciary and state judiciary, like all the provisions have been dealt separately. So to establish that we have federalism in our country, so all the powers have been constitutionally divested. There's separation of power also, there's federalism also. So all the powers have been in the Constitution itself, everything has been dealt separately, so that no one organ can encroach upon the jurisdiction of other organ, or maybe state central government encroach upon the powers of state government. That's why it establishes principles of federalism and separation of power.
Okay. How do you find fundamental duties?
Fundamental duties, it's given under Article 51A, and we have adopted this from the USSR Constitution, and it was added by the 42nd Amendment. And recently, through the 86th Amendment, we have the 11th fundamental duty, and they are non-justiciable. And they basically provide, because we have fundamental rights, and when there's rights, now correlative duty is also there. So that's why we have imported this concept, so as to remind citizens that if you have fundamental rights, you should also have fundamental duties. You have to fulfill your duties in order to claim your rights also.
Can the court enforce these rights, state enforce the through court against the citizen?
No, sir. Fundamental duties are not justiciable, so they state cannot enforce it. However, there are legislations and codes to enforce it, like the national flag code. We have to enforce that respect towards national flag. So those are there. So yeah, it cannot be enforced in court of law, but there can be legislation for codes regarding same.
Directive principles of state policy?
Yes, so they are again non-justiciable, but they are the and they help. I mean, they are for good governance, and they are the guiding light for the state in order to for it to function. And they are also non-justiciable, but now they have been made non-justiciable for just for the fact because of the the economic taking into consideration the economic background of various states, that whenever they are economically advanced enough to legislate upon those issues, they can. That's why it was kept non-justiciable. And we have various provisions regarding the same, like we have the Maternity Benefit Act, we have the Equal Pay for Equal Wages Act, we have the
Right to education.
right to education. It has been made into a fundamental right also via the Article 21 capital A.
Correct. As a Order 39 Rule 1 and 2, there is a provision for getting ex parte interim order.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Order 39 of CPC deals with temporary injunctions, and ex parte interim order. Ex parte interim order says that in case it is very necessary, the court feels it is very necessary that if ex parte interim order is not passed, then the plaintiff would suffer irreparable damage. However, it says that before passing the ex parte interim order, it has to take into consideration various factors. The major three things: that prima facie case must be in favor of the plaintiff, the balance of convenience must be in favor of the plaintiff, and the irreparable loss or damage must happen to the plaintiff in case the injunction order is not passed, and also the antecedents of the plaintiff, and few other grounds have to take into consideration before passing ex parte interim order.
So what will be the irreparable loss?
Irreparable loss means that kind of loss which cannot be compensated via money or any other pecuniary means.
Correct. So in a criminal trial, can the accused, without his absence, the trial can commence?
Yes, under section 205 of CRPC, it says that the personal appearance of the accused can be gone by the court, and through his pleader, he can, if he requests the court and the court grants him permission, then that can happen. That he may not be personally present, and yet the trial may happen under section 205. And for under section 206 also, in case of petty offences, also the same as there, that the personal appearance of the accused can be can be granted by the court, that he may not be personally present.
Basically, the Advocates Act,
Yes, sir.
the lawyers are appointed, administered under which act? Lawyers.
Advocates Act only 19.
You have no-
No, right. No, I think.
Okay.
I'm not aware.
Okay, sorry. You have never come through. Okay, so everything is good. Your understanding is also correct. Immediately, quickly, consequential subject pattern. से जो हाथ तो हले बैठे बंद करा आउ ये
Okay, sir.
So they will take it as an upgrade or something like that. Okay, that's it.
Author अच्छी.
So the people, बाकी तो this is not public course, I'm going to come because cross-link public after.
And you have a chance to get, hala?
She will share it. The brother taking जो क्वेश्चन का पूछा चलो
Pinpoint.
Next.
साहब को जो किसी को नहीं है फंक्शन है साहब को एनालाइज करो
अच्छा.
अब तो मैं जो चीज़ ऑपोजिट करेंगे
माने जिंदगी जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में पढ़ते हैं वो डायरेक्ट बात है फेडरलिज्म एंड सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर इतने बड़े इलैबोरेट ना करी.
সেটা সকলের মনে ধারণা ছিল যে মূল জিনিসটা বলতে তার কথাগুলো কি তার পেরিফেরি জায়গা যেতে জন্য যাচ্ছে সব জায়গায় করিনি সেটা সে করতে এবং দুটা কোশ্চেন আছে সে অ্যানসারটা কমপ্লিট করে
Okay.
অত্যধিক স্পিড দেখুন
প্রশ্ন পচারুছি সে তার প্রশ্ন ন পচারে আমি আনসার দেওয়ার জানতে বলে করতে পারি কিন্তু টিকে অফ
क्वेश्चन का सर ये बोलता है
कौन हो मुझे जो है तीन जोड़े को रही से क्वेश्चन जो पता है बचला पड़े तो मैं 5 सेकंड में मैं फॉलो करती हूं जे कौन उत्तर दे साले कहले ये फॉर्मुलिंग क्या हो माने
अच्छा. Yes. Yes.
अच्छा
Yes.
थैंक यू
हाँ.
हमारा कोच यूज करो चलो ला